live at 5.
We are live at 5. I'm Beth Stevens.
I'm Paul Wontorek. And here we are at Broadway.com, our new beautiful David Corn set. We're just like showing it off.
Fancy.
The multiple cameras. Hi,
Hello,
hi. It's
hello.
cameras everywhere. And an amazing guest today.
Ariana DeBose, our former vlogger, Bronx Tale star.
Yes, yes.
The Bronx Bullet is here.
Yes, and the CD is amazing. And we're going to talk to her, but we have news to get to, so let's do it.
News. Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh my God, I know. This is such a surprise.
What? Jesus Christ Superstar is going to be a live show on NBC on Easter Sunday, 2018.
Crazy. Yeah.
I'm saying, like, are you ready for this? That's April 1st, by the way, so you can, it's not an April Fool's joke. It's really happening. No casting.
I feel like I remember us all sitting around when Imogen Lloyd Webber, of course, I don't know if you, Lloyd Webber, Andrew Lloyd Webber wrote Jesus Christ Superstar. I remember us all sitting around, and I think Imogen was like, they should do Jesus Christ Superstar. That was my Imogen impersonation.
I love when you do the Imogen.
And now it's happening. So that's great. And you know what? This has like huge singing.
Huge singing.
I mean, this is going to be, they're going
It's
to get
been
some real
revived on
powerhouse.
Broadway 3 times. It got 5
Yes.
Tony nominations originally. I mean, it's Jesus Christ Superstar. Once you hear one of those songs, it's in your head till the next Easter.
It's going to be so good. I'm excited.
I can
can't
just
wait
see
to
that he has risen. You know, commercials are going to do. It's going to be amazing.
And I just have to make a request. Please, let's put some Broadway talent in there. Let's mix it up. Like, I know they're going to get some names to anchor it. I know
Sure.
that's part of the thing. I get
It's a
it.
great score. It's such a great.
Yeah, but
rock
let's
and
give
roll
some.
score.
Let's mix it up. Let's give some Broadway peeps some chances to
We
blow
know you're
people away,
watching
right?
Andrew
I'm just
Lloyd
saying. Let's
Okay, there's more news besides that. That was the really exciting news of
Yeah,
the day.
that was cool.
Elizabeth McGovern, Emmy nominee for Downton Abbey,
Downton Abbey.
played the
I
American.
still like to call it Downtown Abbey.
Downton
That's not what it's called.
Abbey is going to lead the Broadway revival of J.B. Priestley's 1938 play Time and the Conways.
Whatever that is.
Here's what it is.
Because
I'm glad
it
you asked.
barely ran even the first
This
time.
will be in the fall. It starts September 14th
Yeah.
at the American Airlines Theater. Opens October 10th. Here's what it is.
I know what it's about. Tell me, but tell me.
Here's what I'm gonna
and
say
I'll
to it.
break it down.
It takes place in England, and it's about a wealthy family who experiences collapse of their hopes and plans. I mean, who?
It's Schitt's Creek. You show Schitt's
Oh,
Creek.
with the C.
It's
with
that.
the C.
Schitt's Creek. That's what it is. But J.B. Priestley, didn't he write Inspector Calls,
Yeah.
which is a great play, and that came back
He'll be
and
in
it
good
was
hands.
great.
He'll
So
be in
I have a lot of. I'm excited
And
for it.
Elizabeth McGovern on Broadway. Awesome.
Why not?
Awesome. Okay, let's talk about Patti LuPone.
Oh, Patty.
Now, Patti
We love you,
LuPone
Patty LuPone.
is a 2-time Tony winner. She is a Broadway legend. She is a current Tony nominee for War Paint.
She's outspoken.
She's a truth teller.
You may know she created the role of Evita on Broadway.
She did. So she was on. Okay, here we go. She was on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen
Yes.
last night, and a caller asked if she had discussed the 2 iconic performances of Evita with Madonna, who obviously did the movie.
Well, the shadiest questions on Watch What Happens Live always come from the callers,
Probably-
which is probably like
It's probably
Andy's team in the
somewhat.
back,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. Okay. La Lupone did not mince words.
Can I just say that historically, Patty's been kind of quiet about this? Like, I
That's
remember, because I was obsessed when we first came out with hearing what Patty LuPone was going to say about it, and she's thrown little things and little sprinkles over the years, but this time, what'd she say?
Let's just say she went there. Can we say that? She
there.
went there. Here, I'm just going to quote her directly because I don't want to misspeak. She said that Madonna is not an actress. She said she couldn't act her way out of a paper bag, and oh, Patty.
Doesn't belong on stage.
She called her a movie killer.
I thought she threw that, like, she shouldn't do stage either. She threw that in too, because, you know,
Just go
Madonna's
watch it,
been
you
on
guys.
Broadway.
See it for yourselves. It's something special. It's something special. You know what? And also, if you go see War Paint, put your cell phone, turn it off, throw it away, and then go into the theater. That's my advice for you. Okay.
We haven't heard any reports of drama.
I
okay.
should think not. Darren Brown's Secret has extended before it even opens at the Atlantic Theater.
Cool.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So now it will be open until June 25th. It was originally June 4th, and it's still opening night May 16th. This is all about, you know, illusion and psychology and stuff like that. Mind bending. Now, our friends
By
at
the
the
way, I'm sorry if we're having any sound issues,
Can you hear us?
because apparently there might be some sound issues. Just bear with us.
We'll get it right eventually. We're in beta. We're in tech. Okay, here we go. the Post, our friends at the Post, say that the London National Theatre production of Angels in America, starring Nathan Lane, and
Which we saw.
part one.
We saw part one.
And it's Andrew Garfield stars in it, Russell Tovey, Nathan Lane, Denise Goff, who's an Olivier winner.
She's amazing.
So good.
Yeah.
They say, meaning the New York Post, say it might come to Broadway, which makes sense. I mean, it's a very...
shocked. It's a major new production.
It's a major new production. Marianne Elliott is the director, and it's very fancy people in it. And Amelie is leaving, and the Walter Kerr is available, which is where it originally...
That's where Beth and I both sat. We didn't know each other then. We separately sat in the top balcony.
Yeah, because
right?
it was...
You did the same thing.
I did. I sold my books for that.
Were there student tickets then?
No such thing.
But it was cheaper.
I'm going to go on and talk about the Tony nominee, Josh Gad. You know him as Olaf. It's going to play Truman Capote.
He's
This
like
sounds...
my favorite writer. And this is a great story. This is about the black and white ball.
1966
At the
Black and White
Plaza,
Ball.
right?
That's right. It's called the Party of the Century.
And it was.
And it was.
Well, up
And,
to that. I
this
mean, the
is
Hamilton
going-
opening was pretty good.
This
But,
is a different century.
oh, good point, Beth.
Thank you.
I think of that as meaning like the last 100 years, but you're right. Okay, different century.
It also stars Chloe Grace Moretz. Am I saying her name correctly? Sorry, Chloe. And it will premiere at the Cannes Film Festival.
Does that mean it's already filmed?
I don't know
means.
how
I think it's
movies
already
work. I
filmed,
just know Broadway.
Let's get a screener of that. Hey, Josh, send a screener over.
Hey, Josh, we know you're watching. How you doing? So let's just find out, obviously the Broadway.com audience, we got to get to Ariana DeBose. I mean, the Broadway Bullet is here.
I know.
But the Broadway.com Audience Choice Awards,
Yes.
you're voting now, I assume. You're in voting mode.
Broadway.com/awards to vote.
That's right. So you wanted to tell us a little something about the awards? Well, I wanted to quiz
We have
you.
competing fun facts.
We have a lot of fun facts. Here's what I want to say. The very first year was the year 2000, when you guys were 4. God, we're so old, Paul. And I wanted to ask you what won that year. Do you know
The Wild Party.
what won Best Play?
Copenhagen?
I'll give you a hint. It's not Copenhagen. I'll give you a hint. Capote is your hint.
Capote's my hint?
Yeah, because anyone following this? True West, which starred Philip Seymour Hoffman, who also played Capote in the movie Capote.
That's a convoluted hint.
Whatever. But more importantly, just whatever. I don't care about if you don't like that. Our favorite featured actor in a Broadway musical that year was Tony Vincent, Jesus Christ Superstar. Do you see how it all wraps together?
You
Do
tied
you
it
see?
together.
I did.
You know, that was a good fun fact. So we'll just save my fun fact for another day. You win.
We're going to take a break,
Yes, we're going to take a break.
and we're going to be back with the Bronx Bullet, Ariana DeBose.
And all that jazz. Come on, babe, I know a whoopee spot where the gin is cold but the piano's hot. It's just a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl. And all that jazz. That jazz.
We're back with Ariana DeBose. Hi, you look pretty as always. Bronx Tale.
Yeah,
How you doing over there?
good. The
Yeah?
people are coming.
The people are. I mean, the people love it.
There are booties in the CDs, and they stand at the end.
Isn't
It's
it
just
nice to be in a show where you're like, oh, it really works and people really like it, and they and you know what else? They tell their friends.
They do. We have great word of mouth on our
Mm-hmm.
show, and it just brings lots of different New Yorkers come to see the show,
Uh-huh.
which is a very different audience that for me to play to.
Right.
Coming from Hamilton.
Yes, yes.
But I'm so enjoying it. They're teaching me a lot about live theater. It's lively over at the Longacre.
What have you learned from this show, this experience? I mean, you were obviously coming off Hamilton, which was sort of like, an experience unlike any other. Hashtag the bullet.
Yes.
The bullet. Everyone knows the bullet.
The
and,
bullet
and the Bronx bullet, if you watch Broadway.com.
I hope you did.
So what was it like? And then now you got a nice juicy role in A BRONX TALE, and I was like, super excited. I was like, good.
I thank you.
Good. I'm glad she got an opportunity. I like this. And then you're fabulous. But what's the experience been like for you? What, coming off Hamilton into this. What have you learned?
So much,
Yeah.
just going back to my roots and learning how to listen. I've been storytelling through dance for quite a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So going back to standing still, and just saying the words, as Ice-T would like to say. Just say the words. And reminding people that I can sing. I do have a voice.
Right,
That's
right.
nice. I love coming out of the stage door and people are like, wait, you sing. You sing. And that's kind of cool for me. But this particular audience that comes to A BRONX TALE is rooted in New York culture.
Yeah.
And they are so protective of this story because it's their story. And they don't necessarily sing along because they don't exactly know the words yet. But they do talk to us, and
Really?
it's a different type of rock concert. Hamilton was one rock concert, BRONX TALE's another. One of the New York persuasion,
Right.
which I enjoy.
Right.
I enjoy it very much.
What kind of things do they say when they're talking back?
You're one of the great ones, Jane. I like that. Or we love you. Yeah, go see. You know what I mean? Or there's very specific lines, and I'm not going to repeat them because that's a giveaway. Spoiler
Yeah,
alert.
go see it.
But go see it, and you'll have your own Bronx experience.
Right.
Yeah.
And are there a lot of older Italian, very manly guys like afterwards waiting around? I feel like for a certain kind of
course.
guy, this story is like made the Chaz Palminteri kind of guy.
Absolutely. We get those Italian stallions. They come to our show. But we also get a lot of, what I love, a lot of interracial couples. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's so lovely to see. It's a date night show.
Yeah.
And it's great because, love is love, queens. It makes me happy. So that's fun. It's really fun.
So, and Bobby Conte Thornton, you guys are fabulous together.
Thank you. He's
so,
dreamy.
So adorable. He's dreamy. And are you enjoying? Has it been nice to like get to know him? And what's the whole experience been like?
Absolutely.
You guys obviously both were sort of like it's a huge opportunity for both of you.
100%.
Yeah.
He's lovely and he's so supportive. He's here all the time, and that's what dreams are made of in a scene partner.
Right.
But he's also that guy who's that theater nerd, and he loves every single opportunity. Like when he gets to talk to you, it's a dream come true for him, because he's been watching you since Broadway.com's inception. You know what I mean?
What do you mean, man? I think
Like
that's
you.
just you, like any
No,
person.
like you.
Oh,
like
me.
he's been watching like those vlogs, my Bronx Bullet vlog. He would have been watching that
Right.
when he was a
Yeah, he's a
teen.
fanboy.
He's a fanboy,
Yeah.
and I love watching him have those moments, because it brings it all back. Like that's why we do it, because we've loved this since we were kids.
And for you, when you show Broadway that you're an amazing dancer, which you are, and a lot of times it's very easy to get stuck in that, right? And like you said, I can sing, I can do this, I can play a role, and this is what I did before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sure you played all sorts of roles, major roles like when you were in school.
Sure,
And so was that something that ever like has been frustrating, or was it sort of easy to crack out of that?
I've had my moments. There have definitely been my frustrating moments.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you about that.
Right.
But I think when you're ready, the right roles come to you. And this has been one of those occasions. When I was ready, BRONX TALE was right there,
Yep.
And I think that's why I constantly try to change the type of show that I do so that I don't get boxed in.
Smart.
Bring It On was a hip-hop cheerleading
Was that
show.
your Broadway debut, Bring It On?
It was.
You were fabulous.
I was one of the, thank you. I
Yes.
had so much fun. That was a blast and a half to start with.
Yeah.
And then Motown was the next thing that I did. So I went from hip-hop cheerleading to 1960s Motown, Live
Right.
Your Best Life, Step Touch, and
Right.
Snap.
Right.
But then I went to the circus and did Pippin after that,
Right,
and then I did Hamilton So the spectrum that I'm on is so different, and that's how I stay.
Wait, so you went from Lynn to Motown to the circus, and then Lynn to Motown-ish. Looks like a circus is next.
I see that pattern. I
Are
see
you
what
going to
you're
join the
saying.
circus? Are you going to run away and join the circus?
I mean, if there was a circus who'd have me, I might think about it.
Lucia asks, did you like the movie A Bronx Tale the first time you saw it? Did you see it like before you got involved in this, or was this not a movie that entered your conscience?
I did see the film. I saw it like maybe 3 years ago. I was involved with some very early readings,
Oh, okay.
which our team conveniently forgot that I was in the room for. But it's fine, because I'm here now. It's great.
Like, you were there?
You were there? Yeah, I was. I was one of Jane's friends, though.
Okay,
It's
right,
cool.
right.
But I did see the film, and I loved it. And I thought what Bob did with it was fantastic and true to
De
form.
Niro.
Yes.
She just calls him Bob because I'm just saying.
No,
It's impressive.
Mr. De Niro is a fabulous human being.
Is he around? Do you see him?
Not as much as we used to. I mean,
Right.
obviously he's very
Well, he has
busy
a lot.
promoting
He-
his new,
Well,
what is
he's
it, The
not
Wizard of
directing it
Lies?
constantly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a gem though. He was lovely with us, and we had a great time. But I don't remember what I was talking about anymore. So let's talk about something else.
They would like you to be a movie actress. I agree with that. Why
I would
not?
love to be a movie
Yeah, and
actress.
you've done some camera stuff.
I have. I did a little Blue Bloods, a little The Breaks for VH1, and every time I get the opportunity to do something like that, it's enlightening and challenging, and it keeps me on my toes. I don't like complacency, so
Yeah.
that type of work is exciting to me.
Let's see. Josh said, "What role in your career have you had to fight most to be seen for?" Juicy question.
That is a juicy question. Half the roles I fight to be seen for, I don't get seen for.
You fight, and then the fight doesn't always work.
Sometimes you win some, you lose some.
Right.
I did a workshop of something called the Donna Summer Project,
Oh yeah.
and I believe I did sort of have to fight to get in that room, but I ended up getting the part, and that was so fulfilling for me. I did that right before we started rehearsals for A Bronx Tale,
Yeah.
and that was a role that when I read the sides, I was like, I know this woman.
And you played who?
We call her Disco Donna.
Okay.
Yeah. Anywho, that was one of the first times that I felt that connected to something, and I had a wonderful experience. It was great.
Cool. Well, maybe we could do it. Isn't that happening? Isn't that?
Yeah, no,
We'll see. I know it's Broadway. It's
Broadway.
showbiz.
It's
showbiz.
Broadway.
You never
It's
know what's
showbiz.
happening.
We never
Okay. Paris, favorite musical as a kid?
Rent. I didn't know what anything was about, but I loved Rent.
Honey, who doesn't? I mean, I could quote the whole thing. Best part. This is a hard question, but I'm sure people ask this all the time. What was the best part of the whole Hamilton experience? Let's say best moment. Can I change the question? Like, what was the best moment? There were so many highs in that
Yeah.
journey. So I'm like, what's like a moment where you'll never forget?
I mean, I'll never forget singing at the White House. You know, watching Chris Jackson sing for Barack Obama and his
Right.
gorgeous and talented wife, and literally in front of a portrait of George Washington. Like, that was once in a lifetime for me. But to answer that other question, I think watching what Hamilton was able to do with kids with special needs. We would receive so many videos of autistic children, for example, who were singing Hamilton songs, kids who haven't spoken since they were born, and all of a sudden they're singing. That was amazing to witness, and I loved being even a small part of that. That's why you do it,
Right.
to change minds, to awaken something in the spirit, and Hamilton was that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's so amazing to be a part of something like that. Okay, so this is out now,
Yes, it is.
right? This is a
album.
thing.
It is. It's
Do you like
available.
listening to yourself?
It's
Should get back to you.
surprising to me, put it that way.
Really?
Yeah, it was. When I heard my voice for the first time, and I was conveniently sitting beside Alan Menken, I cried. And then he told me I did a good job, and I cried some more.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy knows.
I'm a big old softie, so
Yeah.
anything, and I'm just boo-hoo.
So if any of you guys are in New York, or maybe you can just come to New York, tomorrow at 4.
Friday.
Oh, sorry. Friday.
Friday
It's
at
not tomorrow.
3:30,
I
the
wish
doors
tomorrow was
open.
Friday. It's been a long week.
I know.
Friday, at 4 o'clock, you have plenty of time to get to New York, actually. So anyone, no matter where you are,
Get on a train.
you can get here. Because 4 o'clock on Friday at Barnes & Noble on the Upper East Side at 86th Street,
Yes.
you're doing a CD signing performance with the cast, right? You're going to sign
do.
people's CDs.
Here I am. You can ask me questions.
You're practicing your, where are you going to sign it? You have to, like, you sign it on the book, right?
If I got that good Broadway Sharpie.
You got to get your
I can
spot.
sign
You
on
got to,
the
like, claim
inside.
your spot.
Oh, wait. Right there. So none of y'all
Oh,
other
this is the
Bronx
spot.
Tale family, that's my spot.
Bobby, don't do
Don't
that.
take
If you're
that
watching,
spot.
and I know where you are,
You're so mad.
that's her spot. I think you should go with this spot, Bobby. I like this spot.
Sensibly.
That's it.
See?
But yeah, get the CD. Or
It is available digitally
Get the digital
now.
music. Download it. This is the physical version.
Yep.
And go see the show. It's at the Long Acre. It's fabulous. It's a really I was thinking about the show recently. It's like, I think it's like a perfectly constructed musical. You know what I mean? It really is. And it's old-fashioned in some ways, but then in some ways it's not. And it's just a great score. Choreography will blow you away. And amazing performances like this one right here.
Thank you. You just sold my show better than I could sell it, so thank you.
I'm glad I could help. So thank you for being here. And thank you guys for watching. We'll be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock with another awesome guest. Bye.